Ooh, this is nice. Now, good evening and welcome to the Whiskey Lover Society with me, Gert Retief. And tonight, a little bit of a blind tasting series. A lot of my friends and subscribers have commented on my previous blind tasting series and they did enjoy it. Of course, it takes away a little bit of the preconceived ideas of something must be good because it's older or more expensive, and it's all about the nosing and the tasting of the whiskey. So it removes the biases towards some of the whiskies that I do like and I tend to gravitate towards them. So with that in mind, I got a sample box, and in the sample box is 10 whiskies. So in these 10 whiskies, all numbered from 1 to 10. As an example, this is sample number 6. Kind of very light whiskey. No idea what it is. It just gives me a number. And so it's going to be all random. I'm going to pick a whiskey over the series. Well, a 10-part series. So please let me know if you like this concept. So stop me so that I don't go through the whole 10-part series and nobody really enjoys it. So I'm just going to pick one. I also have a key to what the number is. And of course I try not to look at the other ones. I think it is just a fun series. Just to pick something random. I've got no idea what it is, and then randomly pick ones, do like it or not like it. And of course at the end of the video I will then take the key and I will give you a little bit more information on that specific whiskey. So in no particular order, it's all scrambled up. I'm just going to pick one for complete transparency. Here's a box. I'm just going to pick this one, number 8, and we'll see what it is. And of course, do I like it or don't I like it? So I'm just going to give it a small pour. I'm just going to pour maybe a little bit more than half of the bottle. Maybe if I do like it enough, I might buy a full bottle of it. So color wise, it's kind of light. There is a little bit of a sediment that I see. Small little white dots in it. So I presume that there is no chill filtration maybe. Or it's not really filtered well. Or there's something wrong with the whiskey. I don't know. But there's a little bit of a sediment in the whiskey. Nice little bit of a oily texture to it. If I put it in a glass, so nice long legs forming in it. Nice light golden color. And it looks a little bit of a viscous oily whiskey. So off to a good start. Let's start with the nose. Cheers. Ooh, this is nice. Now, immediately I get a smoke. A sweet, nice, smoky notes coming out. And then the next thing that I get is a little bit of a sweet citrus note coming out. A little fragrant citrus smoke flavor. I know that sounds a little bit ridiculous, but definitely a smoke component, and I do like it. And the people that have been following me, 606 of them, I am very happy about that. I never thought I was going to have 606 subscribers, so slowly going up to that 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you do like this video, if you do like the concept of a little bit of a blind tasting, it's going to be 9 more to go. Please subscribe. Sorry, I had to put that little self-promotion in. But yeah, this is really nice. And I'm not a big fan of the smoke. But this one is really, it's not very smoky. It does not have that hospital TCP type of smoke to it. So this is nice, lovely, sweet, light, fragrant. So that, oh yeah, that is really nice for me. I do like this one. I do get a little bit of a hard candy. So a little bit of a lemon or lime, mixture of lemon, lime, hard candies. Of course with that hint of a smoke. Now if I look at the smoke, it's not very overly smoky. And I would suggest it's not as smoky as the Lefroy. Definitely not as smoky as the Artbeck. So I would venture if the smoke level of the parts, phenol parts per million, I would say there's about maybe 35 to maybe 40, somewhere in that direction. So for me, a perfect level. I think when it hits to 55, then it tends to be a little bit overpowering for me. I also get a little bit of a dried fruit, maybe something like a dried apricot, and a little bit of a peach note, a nice, fresh, very sweet peach note, just on the smell of it. I do like this one. And then there's a little bit of a dusty note. Maybe something like when it's rain on a hot asphalt or tar road, you get that little bit of a sooty, funky note coming out of the smell of the tar road. So that ashy tar asphalt note is definitely coming out, and I expect to find something like that in the smoke with a smoky whiskey. Maybe a little bit off-putting. And a strange one, it feels like a little bit like a little bit of a cigarette ash note as well. But strangely enough, I hate cigarettes. But strangely enough, it is not really that uncommon or that bad when you smell it in the whiskey. Now, it's been in a glass for a couple of minutes. It seems that hard-boiled sweets where I get that lemon, that initial lemon lime note is feeling like it's a little bit disappearing. And I feel that the smokiness is elevated a little bit more for me and taking away some of that fruity flavors or the citrus flavors that I picked up. But I must admit, I do like the nose on this one. So on the taste, cheers. Wow. Now, first of all, let's talk about the alcohol. It does not feel like a high proof whiskey for me. It's just very smooth. It starts off a little bit oily, and that quickly disappears to leave me a little bit of a dry mouthfeel. My tongue goes dry. The roof of the mouth goes a little bit dry, like it sucked the moisture out. But it is fantastic. So I get that lovely sweetness of it. Now I get a little bit of a warm alcohol feel to it. Let me just try again. It just got a lovely sweetness to it. I get that lime hard sweets, I get it still on the taste. It leaves me with first hit of a citrus note, and maybe also that's why it turns that little into a dry mouth feel to me. It's associated with the citrus for me. I'm not sure if I will add water to this one. It feels now with the second sip, it feels like there's a little bit higher alcohol to it. The initial sip was just nice, sweet citrus notes. with a hint of that smokiness coming out. The smoke also not very high for me on the taste, so it is a little bit similar to the nose. So, and I suspect definitely not Lefroy in this one, definitely not the Ardbeg. It's more subtle for me, and it's definitely still maybe if in the 30, 35 to 40 range on the taste for me as well. Let me just give it one more try. A hint of an oak coming out. So I normally expect to find some oak. In this one, it is just a hint. A little bit of a bitter note in the aftertaste. But there's something, as you know, I don't like any whiskies that are really overly bitter. And this is definitely not it. This is something that I really enjoy. So let me just try one more time. Cheers. Now, I've tasted quite a lot of smoky whiskies in my time. And the last one that I really enjoyed, and it took some time for me. It took a half a bottle to climatize to it. And of course, the changes over the time, the whiskey also changed. And that was the Lagavulin 16. And I do like it. Now, after half the bottle, a little bit of oxidization, it was fantastic. I found a new winner. This is really nice. What it is, I don't know. I'm going to have to go look up and tell you guys. Well, you guys already know what it is because you see it in the description. Well, for me, absolutely fantastic. So if I look at the finish, I get that sweetness, I get that fruitiness coming out, I get the lemon coming out, some the hard candy, lemon hard candy. I get a little bit of that alcohol bite or alcohol warmth. And then I get a little bit of a sweet oak in the end. Quite a medium to long finish actually. Really nice apps. So before I reveal what it is, I would definitely, this is a keeper. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to stand on my soapbox and tell everybody that if you're not into smoky whiskies, just definitely try this one. This is going to convert you, and maybe you're going to move up to the higher proof, higher alcohol, the higher ppms in the future. Fantastic. So let's see. And I have to be a little bit careful. This is the list. That I'm using. So you see they have the numbers over here, they have the key over here, and then they also give me a little bit of background information on what it is. So I'm looking at number 8. So I need to maybe just fold the list like this towards the 8. Okay, so that I don't see the other ones, and just like this. Getting a little bit complicated, but I will be it just for fun. And number 8. Now this is quite a surprise for me. And this is the Port Charlotte Islay Barley 2011, bottled at 50% ABV, and it is 6 years old. Now, 6 years old, I would not have thought it's a 6-year-old whiskey. It feels much more mature than a 6-year-old. If I did venture in a year, I would have ventured maybe into maybe 15 or 12 to 15 year range. So quite a little bit of a surprise of a young whiskey that can have so much flavor and taste in it. And of course with the ppm, normally for me, after the more time it's spent in the cask, for me the less smoke I get. So I was quite surprised on this one. So I'm going to stop the video quickly. I'm going to get a little bit of background information on the whiskey as well. Of course, it is nice to know a little bit more, and then I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to add this information at at the next clip, so that you can also know exactly what I am drinking, what is the fuss about, and maybe you can also go buy something for yourself. So I'm back. Didn't take that long. Well, in reality, it took about 20 minutes to get all the information with regards to the Port Charlotte. I printed it out. So it is the Port Charlotte Islay Barley 2011 edition. It is bottled at 50% ABV. I would not have guessed that it is 50% ABV. I was under the impression maybe maximum 45%. It does not feel that high on a proof. 6-year-old. It is a single malt. It is from Islay. It is 40% ppm. So quite close. I did say something between 35 and 40. So I was in the ballpark of the ppms. It is 100% Islay barley, 75% first full American whiskey cask, i.e. bourbon cask, and then they use a 25% second full wine with Shiraz and Figueroa cask. Didn't really get the wine on it, but I think if I just go back, I can see that. It reminds me a little bit of a sweet dessert wine. That sweetness is just lovely on this one. What else do I have? It is non-chill filtered. It is natural color. And the cost at my online store for this one is going to be about €70. So it is a lot of money for me. €70 for a 6-year-old whiskey. It is bottled at 50%, so that can add to the cost of the whiskey. But again, it is a little bit of an expensive one. But wow, it is absolutely fantastic. I would definitely encourage you, if you have an opportunity to try this one, the 2011, definitely buy it. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about it. Now, I'm also curious, what about the 2010 and 2011 and 2012 and all of those other ones? If it's a yearly release, it's going to cost me a bloody fortune to make a review on all of them. But I'm definitely eager to try more of the Port Charlotte. Impressed with it. So enough with me talking. So thank you very much for watching. You've come this far. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy, leave a comment, positive or negative. Maybe it's too long, but give me some feedback of what you would like to see in the future. And remember to like and subscribe, and I see you next time. Cheers.